that I can make animated pieces in the layout now. I'm gonna do all kind of shit with that.
Are you just playing a video that's on loop?
That's a GIF actually.
We are likely streaming on your channel now. Just so you know.
Oh well, I'm not, Jimmy. I told you, I need proper notification for this. There's a certain progress I have to go through, and I'm not ready.
Yeah, I messaged your assistant, but he just replied back that he doesn't even exist.
Tyrone doesn't do anything.
He's what's happening underneath the frame. All right, come on. I'm trying to get mine.
I actually seriously, before you actually do turn the mics on, I actually did not have a chance to like put pants on. I'm actually literally sitting here in polka dotted boxer briefs right now.
Just
so
totally
if I have to get up, yeah, all right, you can go. You can turn them on now.
I never wear pants, so.
Well, obviously. This is some intense music.
I love this, man. It sounds good. I don't know why it's saying that it's not doing a very good. My status is saying that on my end, the stream rate isn't very good, but that's got to be Restream's problem because I'm not having any issues here.
I'm still gonna do the G-Man outfit thing, but I'm gonna do it in a video that's gonna come later this week because I had the idea of putting together like an elaborate. I wasn't gonna do Rachel Maddow because you ruined that for me. Because I can't. You do a much better impression, so it would just be subpar. So
my bad.
Yeah.
Me with my good impressions. Sometimes they're good.
That was good. That was really good. Oh no, I'm not in blackface, guys. With since Dave hasn't been here to stream this week, I thought he was going to be here tonight, but he wasn't. So I haven't had a chance to break out what I'm going to do for my costume. Don't worry, you will get to see it, but I didn't have time between uploading everything and working all that to get that on lock. So it will happen this week, just not tonight.
I got my shit on lock. We gotta make a new timer that's both of us. We're just recycling my Sunday Mass timer, but we should make one that's actually for the channel. For Ed.
Am I in blackface? Am I in blackface?
They were expecting it after last week's conversation.
But what's his face? Nate Talks to You has a video where he actually talks about blackface. Like, is it something wrong and evil in blackface?
Who did that?
So, Nate Talks to You.
All right. Looks like we're up on both channels. Yeah, this is exciting.
Is it really?
I'll get into it.
I'm just reminded how much of a social life both of us do not have.
Yeah. That sounds like you're lamenting it, though.
I am. I'm very irritated right now.
I am not lamenting at all. I cannot.
Go ahead.
After you.
I was just gonna say, I feel like once you, you're okay with the fact that you don't go out like you did in your 20s and party on Halloween, that you're not in your 20s anymore, and I refuse to accept the fact that I'm in my 30s. I cannot.
I'm not even in my 30s yet, and I'm super happy to not have a social life, man. What I realized was that all of that socializing I did in my early 20s, I hated it. I really did. Like, there are lots of Halloween parties I could be at right now, or this last weekend, and I happily declined.
Yeah. But by the way, Smitty, I agree with that statement. But yeah, you're not in your 30s yet, Jimmy?
No, I'm 28. I'll be
30
a year
like
from
37.
Thanks. Come on, there we go.
Creepy children. How can you not?
I can still hear that voice.
I love these David Pumpkin things so much.
It's almost creepier than the actual horror characters themselves, in a way.
I fought in Vietnam until battlefield wounds brought me
Oh,
home.
shit.
I've seen true leadership.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a hell of a segue.
That was quite the segue. We'll,
Did you just skip the military?
What's that?
Did you just skip the military?
Yeah, a little bit. I did a little bit. I keep signing in, but then when I go to refresh the browser built into this program cannot seem to remember. Also, welcome to Ad Homies, a very special Halloween Ad Homies celebration. Is that what we're calling this thing?
Because we have no life.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Oh, one of my mods doesn't have their. There we go. Okay. But we'll all watch some Halloween videos together. You can see how casual and laid back this is. I'm not in my normal set presentation. Now I have a desk to lean on.
Oh yeah, you just moved like an inch to the left. You're really letting your hair down, Jimmy.
So usually I have the camera like over here, angled into there, and I'd be sitting for this show. Now it's just on top of my computer. But this is definitely easier for a show where I'm running my own production, as you know. Now, it's.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. It's fun though.
This has been a week from hell for me.
I'm proud of you though, man. You've been making it work.
It's a lot of work that goes into. I didn't understand it like all, because we have somebody that usually does that. We each have our own little things that we handle and take care of, and like for a stream that just looks simple, like a layout, there's boxes that people talk in, and then there's other shit going on the side. There's a lot of buttons and a lot of options that go along with those, that if you mix one up, it screws everything up. And Jimmy can attest to this because I've called him probably 16 times since yesterday.
It's all good though.
Yeah.
And half of those were for production stuff, and the other half was just our normal phone sex routine. Also, thank you at SOLiken, who super chatted $2 and wrote, "Remind Kyle.gif is pronounced .gif." That was what SOLiken wanted to hear.
There's a bigger issue, and that is, why are you on Mr. Atheist channel again?
I mean, this is where it's happening.
You're demoted.
Hey, you don't need to take anybody from us. Your stream's doing just fine. By the way, I heard that somebody was fired over at the non-sec team. Yeah, I just saw this.
Is it me?
I just saw this story pop up in my news feed.
Is it me? Oh, that's totally me. Yeah. They just let me go. My contract was up anyway. I only signed up for this shit for 8 months, and it was time.
How'd you get all that face paint off?
I actually made out with some dude in a devil costume, and then he hacked up candy corn on my face.
Makes sense.
So,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Should we jump right into
Explain what this is. No, explain what this is, because this is hilarious.
Oh, explain the source, or just what we're talking about? So this is
the story.
This is a news article. Man wouldn't have worn his costume to work if he had known he was getting laid off. And I saw this, and I just died laughing because the guy's got his box full of things. I guess your guys' goes out as a podcast too, so it is good. I'm explaining what's on the screen, but it's a guy dressed up as Darth Maul. Totally.
You really, it really makes you question all the time and effort that it took to go into that costume, because there's one Darth Maul walked in, another one definitely walked out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
And we shouldn't just jump to videos. We need to talk about what happened on our show Monday.
Oh, the massacre?
You actually came by. You actually came by.
Yeah.
Any takeaways from that?
Well, I don't believe in the Mandela effect. That's for fucking sure.
I remember it differently.
My mind. Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
remember it differently.
I bet. So what he's talking about is it was Monday, right?
I don't remember exactly.
When exactly? At some point this week, they had a guest on called Rose to defend the Mandela effect or explain it, and I had questions. And about an hour in of hearing her not answer any questions and just always answering each question with, well, that's just my opinion, I messaged Kyle and was like, please let me at her. And he agreed. He replied with a link to the show, and I popped in.
I kind of had to, since he helped me with it wasn't because I wanted to. I felt obligated.
He says that, but he's so glad he did now, because that was, oh my goodness, that was so much fun. So basically, the Mandela effect is this concept of like things that a large amount of people remember for sure happening, but then when you go back, the record doesn't. So a good example of it is thousands of people, maybe millions, depending on whether Rose is talking or not, are positive that the second Star Wars movie, Darth Vader says, Luke, I am your father, when in fact he just says, I am your father. And it's actually, I didn't kill your father, I am your father. But a lot of people distinctly remember, Luke, I am your father, but Luke, I am your father doesn't actually exist. And so the Mandela effect is this idea that we actually shifted realities, that we went from that actually did happen and that those memories are all accurate. And then we just shifted over to this reality where it didn't happen, and that's all because of the Large Hadron Collider.
That's where it all just kind of fell in line for me, and where I became a believer. Like until she mentioned CERN, I was questioning it. I really was. But then, CERN, it probably certainly did happen.
I do want to go over some of the things. So for example, I mentioned like you believe this one device we came up with on Earth has affected the entire universe. Do you remember what her reply was to that?
I can't remember.
She said, well, I don't even believe in the universe.
Yes. I do remember that now.
Yeah.
See, my brain is actively going through. My brain has like it's a processor on it now where with a lot of these shows, it actively goes back and starts deleting it like a file because it knows that it shouldn't exist up here. So that if one day I get to where I can upload my memories to a thing and live forever, I definitely don't want these going with me. So when someone says, yes, I don't believe in the universe, you should probably forget that.
Yeah. And she wasn't saying that she does believe in flat Earth, but she acknowledges that we don't actually know that the Earth is round because we haven't ourselves been to space.
Right.
What other conspiracies did she? I mean, just all of them.
9/11. She's big into 9/11.
The truther.
Basically, all of them. If the word conspiracy theory is at the end of any word, like if you said cotton candy conspiracy theory or the big Dippin' Dots conspiracy, she totally believes in that. Absolutely.
But she didn't believe in Santa. So you guys had to go and have the next day a different guest on who was there to defend flat Earth and does in fact believe in Santa.
That is a fluke. Like we talked about this Saturday, and when we disagreed about whether kids should, continue to believe in Santa Claus or not, and I made the statement: there is no one that believes still in Santa, and I was firm about this. And very rarely am I wrong. Like very rarely am I wrong. Like almost never. I in fact, prior to this, I can't remember the last time I was wrong. So this is very traumatic for me to have to talk about. But I'll do it for the sake of this conversation. But I was wrong, and I was grossly wrong. Not only that, because after looking into it, I'm getting somebody to come in December to talk about their belief in Santa Claus. This was a completely different thing. I thought I was lucky to get this one person, like one individual that actively believes in Santa Claus. Last night was a complete surprise, but at the end of the stream, he was a last minute person that came on. He filled in for Mr. Intelligent Design, which didn't show up because of work. And by the way, Mr. Intelligent Design did show up. And I didn't know this, but I sent the link to Mr. ID at 8 o'clock to join the call. At 7:15, he joins the call but doesn't say anything. He sits in the entire call that he's supposed to be a part of, that we had to replace him with, and doesn't say a word. He's just chilling. When we go to close the show, I look down and see Mr. ID has been here for 45 minutes. Didn't say a word. But this guy, when we're getting ready to close out, starts talking about the Antarctic ice wall and the North Pole and where that's situated on a flat Earth. And he says, yeah, do you know about pixies? And, instantly when someone says, do you know about pixies? My brain goes no and starts to cut off that information. Nope, not going there. There are certain trigger words you don't do. But then he pressed on because he said, I made the joke actually. I made the joke. I said, oh, you mean pixies, like the ones that are protecting Santa Claus? And he said, well, not the Santa Claus that we know as kids, but there is a Santa Claus. And at that point, I was pretty much done. And so Jimmy was right. There are people that believe in Santa Claus. The people that believe in pixies, we're going to meet them. But like I said, this is a lot to take in because I'm very rarely wrong, and I'm taking this pretty hard. So go easy.
So I had formed that opinion a couple of years back. Matt Dillahunty talked about on the Atheist Experience that he was doing a show and he was talking about, well, there's lots of things nobody believes anymore. We just thought for some reason Christianity's held on, but there are past gods no one believes in, no one believes in the Nordic gods anymore. And then he started getting inundated with emails that would yes, Ocean. We do. Yeah.
Ocean.
I now know a polytheist who believes in the Nordic gods. And
it's so
cool
weird
guy.
because, that's what makes it weird. I love Ocean to death, but he holds a weirder belief than Christians do, and I can't square that. You know what I mean? I can't. One God is too many. When someone says there are many of them, that to me is a different world. But at least I think where Ocean and where Cool Ocean is, that it's a cool God. It's a badass Viking God that I can deal with.
It's stranger only in that it's not as familiar, I think. A lot of it, though, he likes to talk about history and stuff, and you do see a lot of where the Christians plagiarized basically the pagans and his people.
Everyone.
And but he's the only theist I've ever invited, and he's been on twice to be on Sunday Mass. They're not socially ridiculous people. Their gods never tell them to hate gays. So that's cool.
They're theists. They're theists without the crazy. They drop they do what Christians should have done when in the period of time where people could see that some of these things were either blatant contradictions or just horribly evil, just hate-filled things, like with the gays or whatever. If they would have cut that out and just said, "Oh, we need another council to all get together and vote on which books are going to make it," and had a Bible idol where you marched certain passages up and some Simon Cowell person cut them down, you would probably have infinitely more Christians than you do nowadays, because there would be no need to ostracize them. They think gays are cool. Awesome. Let's do this.
Can you imagine if Simon Cowell was doing Bible Idol? What the actual hell was that? The Book of Revelations? You're all over the place. You got a dragon over here. You've got. It would just be a lot of fun.
He'd be like, "Fuck the Old Testament. That guy's just a fucking asshole."
I've never heard anything worse in my life, and I sat in front of William Hung.
And Paula Abdul.
She bang. Yeah, that's true too. Paula Abdul, once upon a time.
It just seems like she's taking, one step forward, two steps back.
I am sorry that we didn't dress up. I kind of thought about doing Fat Jesus, and then I just didn't. It was mostly work.
I honestly didn't with learning vMix. I didn't have time to transition. I'm sorry, but it will happen. You will see the G-Man costume. I promise you.
Then I was going to put extensions in my beard and go as a young Steve McRae.
here's a question for you with blackface, because I want to make sure that I don't I do my costume right. So blackface is a no.
Yeah.
What about black mask?
Like putting on a mask of a black person?
Right.
I haven't really thought about it. I mean, people wear Obama masks all the time.
So what's the difference? What's the difference?
One, you're modifying your skin. One, but I need time to consider it. You're asking me to give you the difference in something I don't really think about.
I think I got you.
People rob.
That's what this is.
You know, the Obama masks are mostly used to rob banks.
I'm just saying, if you're putting on a different complexion, so what's the matter if it's paint or a mask? What does it matter, Jimmy?
Yeah, so if it does matter, it probably does matter in both cases. I don't know. Go as Obama. See how your channel takes it.
My channel would love it. They're all liberal. They hate Trump. I could, Obama's cool.
Can you do a good Obama impression?
Yep.
The is the important
sure.
part, and you just do the forever.
Sure up.
Here's the thing.
We're here. Videos. Push play.
We'll push play. Here we go.
Elite Facts presents
16 Halloween costume fails you should definitely avoid.
All right, let's just
Characters like Harley dressed up for trick-or-treating and wild costume parties. One thing about Halloween costumes is that a lot of people...
Yeah, he's just using it. These are examples of good costumes.
Make a costume that turns out to be a complete fail.
I think I know this guy. So I've done a lot of convention work. I'm pretty sure this guy's name is Daniel.
That's the guy that
lives here in Denver.
It's the guy that played in The Walking Dead.
Is that the actual guy, or is that a costume?
It's the actual guy.
I think that's a costume. I don't know.
That's the actual guy. He's posing with people who are dressed up like what's his face?
He looks like exactly like one of these guys I know here who goes to Comic-Con and does all that stuff.
He looks like every guy that is in a biker bar, like literally. Just go and grab one. He'll look like that. Chances are.
I guess he's not dressed up any more than just having the face. So you're probably right that it's the actual guy. Let's go to these actual.
Once again, I usually am right.
1.
But now
First
I always
up,
have Santa.
well, as you can clearly see, we're off to a rousing start. Here we have a costume designed specifically for pairs, and quite frankly, this is just a total
Let's
nightmare.
speed this up.
We don't know if it's supposed to be Bert and Ernie or 2 new members of the Insane Clown Posse. Yeah, maybe you buy masks if you're going to do this one.
But for real, that is terrifying. That looks like some kind of weird latex sex mask.
It looks like what would happen if you watched Sesame Street on acid.
Yeah.
Then again, this is good if you're simply trying to scare kids this Halloween. 2. Next up, we have Contender for Father of the Year. Yes, he's dressed himself up as a bottle of Jack Daniels.
I like this one.
I do too. Never has Marlboro looked cuter. Number one. However, I question this father's choices.
It's probably not even his father. That dude kidnapped that kid.
He had to have. I'm torn here. In one sense, I like it. And in another sense, it's a horrible parent idea. It would be a lot cooler if this was... I could take the story if this was his big brother. Like, that would make everything okay.
The next one's even better, though, I think.
AKA the good stuff. And he's dressed his kid up as a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. Now, it's not to say that the costumes aren't well made or anything, but like we said, we don't think this guy is going to be winning any Father of the Year trophies for this. That's for sure. 3. Oh boy, check this one out. How on earth do you even explain this to your kid? Again, and we...
I love this one. Go ahead.
This kid's black, so let me take it. We know how you are with I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I like the idea of the kid's head being the head of the sperm that broke through the condom. That there's actually a story to this. Like the parents are actually lamenting this kid's existence.
I'm pretty sure you just dove way too deep into a Halloween costume because you just made it a lot more in depth than it actually is. Now, yes, that is creative as hell, but I guarantee you that's just an opening for his head to go.
He's not just a condom; he's a broken condom. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we don't know because we can't actually see the condom. Just the packages. The kid could have just look. Now we know what they say about our African American brothers. I mean, that could actually be a condom wrapper. For some of the porn I've seen, that could actually be an actual condom wrapper.
That's the right size.
that the kid just crawled into.
It
could have nothing to do with Halloween. Is all I'm saying.
I think it actually represents the condom they did try to use the night he was conceived. I think that's what it is.
No, I think this is on a porn set, and the kid just crawled into an actual condom wrapper. Trust me. I'll send you some links later.
Okay. You send me those links.
You can tell that these guys were doing this just for fun. Hey, if you're not trying to win any Best Costume Awards, just use
Teenage Mutant Ninja Mummies. Where are their shells?
I was going to say the same thing. Oh, my God. These are relics from ancient Egypt. These are the cartoons they used to watch.
Where are their shells? I'm eating a snickerdoodle tonight, everybody. I think I'm just going to always eat on live streams.
I was going to say, you do that quite often.
Yeah. That's
This
my thing.
is, to me, this is creepier than any kind of like horror movie character I have seen in my life. Like if somebody like looking like Homer with a machete in his hand came at me, I'd be dead. Like this is just
They're
weird.
not inaccurate. These representations aren't. That's what they would look like live action, it seems to me.
But based on little daughter Lisa's facial expressions, I want to know where Homer's hand is.
I'm just worried about the collective liver failure they're all having right now.
Yeah, that is a I don't know.
But here's an even better Homer.
Creepy.
Why is he so dirty?
Oh my God! What is that? That is not Homer Simpson. That looks like what's that character's name off of that Rocko's Modern Life? You remember Rocko's Modern Life?
Mm-hmm. I wasn't allowed to watch it though.
Why? Oh, Mormon.
Mormon, yeah.
Got it.
It was too filthy. I just want to know why he looks like he rolled around in a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
we are getting, just so everyone knows, we will get to the scary videos here soon, but I want to go through these.
Go back 1 second. This looks like what T.J. Kirk's version of Wolverine would look like.
I actually love it. It's like
Banana Wolverine.
Yeah, Banana Wolverine. Yeah, I love that. And then Super Jew Wolverine? I don't know.
That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Julverine.
Julverine. Oh, yay.
It's the Oy Vey men.
It was just suggested to me that Homer was trying to do blackface.
That's funny. That's good. That's good.
hey. No, it's... Oh, yeah!
Oh, what was I doing? Fat Albert. Well, that's still not too far off.
It's still scary.
I still think that counts. The funny thing is when he sits down, he frowns.
You can see his thighs. He's not even wearing pants.
I love it. Can you imagine hugging him and getting... This looks like it looks like somebody put a Batman costume on a cat and then smashed his face in.
Why is his underwear so big?
Yes, and why does he have the stash? Shave the stash.
Can you imagine too if instead of going for the belt and throwing, homie had to come all the way up to above his belly button to grab his batarangs?
He's got a camel toe, Jimmy. This should be Camel Man. He's got a camel toe.
Oh, God.
Actually, that's not even a camel toe. That's like a moose knuckle. That's just insane.
I hope they painted it. Come on.
This looks like a parent. He badgered his parents about wanting this costume, and his dad picked him up, rolled him in glue, and threw him in a refrigerator box.
Just break it up with your face, son.
A for effort, though. A for effort. I wasn't ready for that. But that is awesome. That right there wins.
That's really funny.
I'm not even sure what it is, and I don't know what you would tell people that this costume is, but that I like it. There's a certain artistic vibe that comes along with it.
I like it too. Oh, fuck you. He's that dentist that killed that lion.
That's a little extreme.
Yeah, I loved that lion like a brother. Not good. Look at the Wookiee just basically took the Jesus costume from the top, and I don't even see fur. I think he just put on a dark suit for the rest.
This is the laziest excuse at a costume I've ever seen.
What is this artifact in the? Is that from the video? You see this like black robot penis?
I thought that was a microphone.
I don't know.
Worst we've ever seen. You've got Yukon Cornelius over there as Chewbacca, and R2-D2 looks like a kitchen garbage.
Yeah, that's rough.
That is rough. Is that supposed to be Gumby?
I thought it was Gumby at first too. It's the Hulk.
Oh, I was gonna say, if that's Gumby, he's been out in the sun for way too long.
Apparently, the Hulk, still doing leg day, totally decided to skip arms day.
It's not the Incredible Hulk. It's the mundane Hulk.
Jesus. Oh man. Hey, Francesca moved from my stream to your stream. I've got both live chats up. Francesca, I'm very disappointed in you.
Francesca, you're becoming the Francesca I knew that you could be a long time ago. So welcome.
For people who don't know, we do stream this on both channels. Also, in the description on my channel, probably not on the other one. Yeah, it's not. There's a link. At some point, we're going to stop streaming these out on our channels. We're going to be streaming out from the Ad Homies channel. There's nothing on there, but go over and subscribe. Because also...
We have a channel?
Yeah, the Ad Homies channel. Yeah, it exists. Also, the archive, after a while, is going to be only on there. After about 5 or 6 days, they'll be taken down, at least on my channel. That way... Basically, my people have been complaining that when they try to binge my channel, it goes like 15-minute video, 10-minute video, 3-minute rant, and then it's like, here's 2 hours of streams. So I'm trying to make that easier.
Luckily, I have conditioned the people on my channel to expect that. They think something's up when I release a 15-minute or a 10-minute video. Like, where's the rest of the stream? So.
That's what most of my channel is, though. But I do love my streams. But do go subscribe to that thing, pretty please, so you don't miss them.
What the fuck is this?
This is Homer and Mr. Burns, but like...
That is not Homer.
Bad plastic surgery versions?
Is this the just got electrocuted off of death row Homer?
Yeah, it's rough. Oh, man.
That's not even right.
He just looks like a Beverly Hills wife.
Oh, that's true. that I was getting ready to make a really inappropriate as to what that housewife was doing prior to taking this picture, but I'm gonna let your imaginations run with that one.
So before we get into the creepies, let's you might not know much about ghosts. So here's a video of somebody who is going to present what he calls facts about ghosts, and I'll probably have to slow this down if it's still set to... Oh, good, more.
Did this renowned mathematician buy his car at drive time using the smartest online tools?
You know, some people believe that ghost stories are for kids, but don't ever tell that to someone that's been visited by one. Welcome to Facts in 5, the series that...
He'd be really hot if he wore a hat.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. Pulls off bald, okay.
Covers the coolest and most
interesting kind of reminds me of Coyote Pearson.
5 minutes or less. In today's haunting episode, we're going to be focusing on those things that go bump in the night, or, you know, that drag you kicking and screaming from your bed. Either way, feel their presence.
He looks like a skinny version of that. Oh, what is the name of that YouTuber who like always holds over the heads of people who criticize him that he helped them like get their start and stuff?
Steve McRae.
Yeah.
He looks nothing like Steve.
No, I'll think of it later. iDubbbz did a content cop on him at one point.
Also known as specters, apparitions, that manifest themselves to the living.
Well, I already fucked
What are ghosts? Ghosts are the souls or spirit of deceased people or animals that manifest themselves to the living by either appearing or manipulating their surroundings to reveal their presence.
Remember, these are facts. He's purporting these to be facts. The first fact about ghosts is what they are. Specters.
Also known as specters.
Yeah.
Apparitions, phantoms, spooks, and haunts, spirits can often appear as orbs, streaks of light, mist, shadows, and full-body images of how they appeared in life. They tend to seem cute.
I think Francesca made it back over to mine, or she's just doing both.
Francesca, we're on to you. And let me just
go ahead.
Just tell you. Oh, I don't have anything to really tell her. I'm just trying to guilt her into coming back.
It's too late. The damage is done.
Oh, Lord Rael. You have returned to speak to us.
That's it.
Curious when encountered, but are often reported as being mischievous, confused, or completely unaware that they've even died. Experts claim that most ghostly hauntings are actually residual hauntings, as spirits perform a simple action or act out an event over and over again without having any control over it. Who can become a ghost?
I can't wait for Who Can Become a Ghost.
But these are
It's like a bad game show.
The guy said these are facts.
I know that.
Why?
And they are. I mean, they are.
Language just doesn't fucking matter anymore at all to anybody.
Nope. The funny thing is that the first two facts here presented are not anything remotely facts. They're number one. This one is a question. It's not a fact. Facts can't be questions.
Well, he's going to answer.
Who can become? But he's presenting it as a question, like, who can become ghosts? You would think, if now I'm not an expert on video making or whatever, but if you're going to present facts, they should be the center point of what your texts are. Like if you with your questions for the theists and signs you're going to be an atheist. Yeah. You centered it around those statements, which were what you were talking about, not this.
All right, discount Lex Luthor. Who can become a ghost?
Ghost. Well, usually when someone passes away with a task that they needed to complete or a message that they needed to deliver, their soul becomes restless and they can't cross over.
Everybody. That's literally everyone. Even if you're 900, if you're like 900 years old, I guarantee you were either hungry or you wanted to play shuffleboard or go to Florida. That's still an unfinished task.
I remember when my grandma died, we were going through and packing up her stuff, and I was going through her desk, and I just looked at my mom and was like, "Oh my God!" And she was like, "What'd you find?" And I was like, "Her to-do list. It's unfinished." And now she's haunted us ever since.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
She didn't.
Now, is she a ghost that like actually gets ready, or one of those that wears like the curlers in her hair? You know, there are ghosts that actually make an effort to get ready in the morning, and then there are some that just kind of, they're like, fuck it.
She only manifests in the form of a rabbit with a bow that knits. So,
I like it.
Yeah.
At least she's staying true to her pastime, so good for her.
Business is fulfilled. Thus, almost anyone who dies can remain among us if the need is great enough. However, human-looking ghosts...
Can you go back so we can read these tombstones? I would like to read these tombstones, okay? Because the first one is just too good. DJ Jeffrey Jams died in 2015 when he dropped the bass too hard.
Almost anyone who dies can remain among us.
Amy, high-flying back there, turns out she couldn't fly.
I believe I can fly. That was her experience.
If the need is great enough. However, human-looking ghosts are not the only form...
He fought the bear, and the bear won.
He fought the bear in the hot sun. He fought the bear, and the bear won.
Why can't we just go with John Smith in this? Why go with Slavicin Vinivkov?
Oh, and I'm the racist one. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Form of apparitions that people...
Rufus never did catch his tail.
Have claimed to encounter. Even animals such as deceased family pets can become ghosts too, often acting how they normally would when they were alive. It's assumed that the animal has unfinished business as well, which could be as simple as watching over its owner. Where?
These are facts.
I hate humanity. He says it like he's convinced too. Like he does. Like he himself doesn't think that's bullshit.
Let me show you something. Let me pull this up. Oh man, I wish it had been the same on mine. So on when I'm signed in, the first suggestion it had was from this guy, and it was 10 of the most freaky examples of the Mandela effect. 10 everyday things you can do that kill you. 10 pieces of evidence alternate realities exist. 50 amazing facts to blow your mind. I mean, some of these might be fine and interesting, but presenting these as facts, homie doesn't know what facts are.
Here's the thing, though, like, not all of those can be true, right? It goes to stand that everything that is spectacular and like crazy, wonderful, and exuberant, it can't all be possible. But he's buying into all of these, just like Rose did. Like literally everything that is exciting, or somebody's lying to you, or there's something more to the story, is true, and that is a horrible way to go through life, thinking that just if something's outside the norm, then it's definitely possible, because they're lying to you when they say that it's not.
I read something a while back. I'll have to look it up and tell you if it's, but that it was that if you can see the whites above a person's eye, that's a sign of psychopathy. Just saying.
Well, our dear friend here is psychopathic.
Psychopathiac.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
A person instead. Sometimes this person is someone that they knew before they died, but other times it's simply someone that they feel a connection to and end up following that person home. Additionally, you can encounter a ghost in your dreams, as it's said that they can communicate with you through your subconscious.
All right, I'm done with this guy. Let's get on to scary stuff. Wait, look at this still. We accidentally ended up on his Pornhub channel.
Now this I would be interested in watching. This I could I could totally get behind, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. He means anal. I just wanted to make sure they got it.
Okay.
Our boys are professional ghost hunters. Oh, that's not enough time to read it. Let me read the warning. Our boys are professional ghost hunters who have permission to enter the most haunted buildings in America, which makes it weird I'm doing this accent. Trespassing on private property is dangerous and illegal. Chasing ghosts without proper training will get you killed. Oh, my.
Actually, point of clarification, you don't chase ghosts.
Yeah.
They chase you. Okay? No one in history has ever said, I chased a ghost out of somewhere. It doesn't happen.
I'm gonna get you.
This video is already debunked. Debunked.
I'm gonna get you. No, don't.
Yeah, what are you gonna do to the thing that can walk through walls and it will not die?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. Ghost Asylum.
Tonight.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
So this one is, I actually watched this already. Basically, they're going to show some sound clips. So I'll be quiet for once and let them play through. Let me make sure we have the audio all the way up because they're pretty. Yeah, I'm going to pull this audio up a little bit.
Is this an EVP machine? The little things that cycle through?
They're not even EVP machines, though, by the way. These are just digital recorders. You can tell because they're recording the regular people's voices just fine.
They're not actually recorders. You know what they are? It's a radio band that cycles through the area's AM FM channels, like quickly. Seriously, it cycles through them. And what they're saying is that the ghosts communicate through these radio frequencies that are coming through. So all they're actually picking up is shit from the radio.
Yeah. All right, here's the clear evidence. Check this out, everybody.
Convinces me that whatever is here, it thinks we're a threat.
We know how powerful you are.
So I'm gonna let you listen to it. What? It sounds to me like it's clearly saying, I have the power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have the power!
Wow. You know, last time, Brandon might have had some kind
of... No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't say that.
Doesn't sound like that to you?
Why isn't anyone saying, no, it doesn't? Like, if you came to me and said, listen to this sounds like I have the power, and it literally went... I would have looked at you like you were an idiot.
It sounds to me like somebody had a heavy shoe on that they scooted across the ground. Maybe something else, but I'm saying it isn't clearly words. It's clearly a sound. It appears to show up on waveform, though they have to... One thing I noticed, and this is something I've learned from editing videos, that really thin band that they zoomed in on to find the stuff, that's where like everything happens. If you zoom in on that, you'll actually hear my cat's automatic kitty litter downstairs. I know because I removed that sound from all of my videos. It's like
How long is how much is your cat shitting?
Oh, it just is always rotating. It's just always slowly rotating at all times.
That's fancy.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool little, pretty cool thing. He does shit a lot though.
If you're gonna do this, and you're gonna be the person that says this is what I think it's saying, you should at least do something creative just to see how dumb people really are. Like when you do this, it should have said something like everyone over here hates Mr. Atheist videos as well. You know, just something that is it can be plausible, but you know, just outside of what you're expecting.
I just like though too, like, so they have that band is such a quiet band. It's like it's picking up such sound so far away or so quiet that it could literally be a dude down at the truck saying, "My balls are itching," and it sounds exactly like,
or he farted.
Yeah,
or he farted.
It probably is a fart.
Or something to let this thing in, but this time.
But watch these guys; they're sure.
In hospital, so we might all be in more danger.
Oh no.
When Chasey asks if it's human.
Okay, can you play that one more time?
Yeah.
I defy anyone to tell me that this.
It's telling all of us.
Go ahead.
I defy anyone to tell me when you listen to this that this says I have the power. And if you do think that, let us know so we can point out the those among us who are the idiots. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna listen hard.
So we might all be in more danger.
When Chasey asks if it's human.
So when I listen and I push like the fucking things in, I hear the thing they think is I have. And then the whole thing falls off. And I still don't think it's even a voice. But I hear the I have. And then it's I have.
You hear I have because that's what he has said and already put in your head.
I know.
So you're picking on that. If he'd have just played it with him not saying anything beforehand, you wouldn't be able to tell what it says.
Yeah. The fact is, well, and even if I heard still after that I have something, because of it's you and your experience, you're banking it on it being a human voice saying English words. So even then you're limiting your scope because you're saying this is going to be something in the English language.
Right. But and this is on the Destination America channel. Oh my God. Destination America. This sums it up.
This is America.
Yeah.
I'll catch you ghosties now.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're a spirit in this room right now, can you answer the following question? Does Mr. Atheist have the most glorious beard that you have ever heard? Uh-huh. Okay.
What's that?
Oh, I think it's He said that he doesn't really want to talk about beards. What he needs to talk about, actually, is the problem with costumes this Halloween season. Like, that they're too offensive. I mean, you heard it clearly as I did, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Now that you repeat it back, that sound was clearly don't dress as Pocahontas.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
How do these people get a show?
It must have been an accident. For some reason, one of my mods deleted somebody commenting, "I am Batman." Coral, you can comment that you're Batman. It's fine.
Are you appropriating Batman culture now? I don't think you have the right to do that.
Yes.
Are you really Batman though? Whoever you are that said that?
Whoa. Yes.
Okay.
I think they deleted it by accident. Darchie B, was that on purpose?
Something to people who are actively seeking out what you want to say, and your words are "I have the power," "no," and "chaos."
This is so stupid. All right, let's move on to something. These are fun. Okay, so to those of you who don't know the tale of Slenderman, basically it was invented a decade ago.
Me after 2012.
Yeah. It's cool, but now people are insisting that it's real. So
maybe you should tell him where he come from, like how he got started.
It was like a contest. People were trying to come up with like a new a new myth to enter the zeitgeist. Let me see if I can find the exact.
Creepypasta is where he started. Creepypasta.
Creepypasta, huh?
Yeah. Seriously, that's the name of the website. Creepypasta. That's where he got his first.
And
Don't ask me how I know this.
It was some kind of contest, right? Yeah,
I think
a
creepypasta
internet meme originally, and people were making these memes like they wanted. Yeah, it was like a meme contest to be creepy and make creepy photos, and now people are like, it was actually real though. And
it's just like it's just like Bigfoot.
Yeah,
just like Bigfoot.
June 10th, 2009, a thread called Something Awful Internet Forum. The thread was a Photoshop contest in which users were challenged to create paranormal images. And this guy, Eric Knudsen, who he would make these black and whites of a tall character based on writings from H.P. Lovecraft.
Now, it is creepy. I will say that he did a fantastic job of making a just hellaciously creepy looking. There's one photo where it's like two girls and Slenderman with his like hands. It looks like an old timey photo. It's creepy as hell. So he did a really good job on it. But
fantastic.
2009. 2009.
Anyway, it's real. So here we go.
The first known mention of Slenderman. Slenderman has grown. Slenderman is significantly older, going back hundreds or even thousands of years.
Yeah, that's what he said at the beginning. Slenderman goes back hundreds or even thousands of years. 2009 is 9 years.
Maybe he built the Sphinx. He's the guy that built the Sphinx. He's got
regardless of his origin.
Do it.
People are so fucking stupid.
There it is. That's the creepy picture right there.
That's dope.
The Slenderman has grown into a true supernatural phenomenon that transcends culture and language barriers. Is the Slenderman real?
Hey, Slenderman, do those legs go all the way up?
If the mere idea
hey, you never
of
have to hit your knees with Slenderman.
That's true.
Girls to attempt to kill
these
their
girls
classmate in 2014.
killed their classmate.
He's real enough.
They
Let's
said
begin.
Slenderman told him to do it.
Number 5, Slenderman in house. One thing that can be said about the Slenderman is that he can appear anywhere. As
Slenderman in the house.
Though he does have a fondness for people recording them.
Slenderman 2018. Chill.
Delves or others
the roof
using
is on fire. How do you know? Because I'm up here. My head is literally tall enough to hit the ceiling.
As the girlfriend records them using a camera VHS recorder that she's found. The man asks her to put it back, and as
What's
the
a
conversation
VHS?
continues, the video begins.
I have no idea. So I will tell you, I went and after I watched this compilation, I watched all of, I went and watched all of the videos in their completion. And yeah, we'll just keep going. I'll give my opinions
distorted.
after.
The woman turns around to return the camera and finds the Slenderman towering over her in the hallway. She tries to run as the video becomes increasingly distorted. They try to climb out the window, and the video ends.
That's not the Slenderman, that's the landlord.
Number 4, Slenderman in
This one's so stupid.
real life.
Wait,
in this video, a few
did you even see in that last video anything?
Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
You see him a couple times here. Let me see if I can find where. Just pretty much as shadows. So the first time she turns around, you see him a little
The man
bit.
asks her to put it back, and as the conversation continues, the video begins to become distorted. The woman turns around to return the camera and finds the Slenderman towering.
Did you see him that time?
No, I don't see anything. Just movement of cameras.
The video begins to become distorted. The woman turns around to return the camera and finds the.
Did you see it?
The outline of a person. Yeah, I saw the outline of a person. I mean,
that was
Slenderman towering over her in the hallway. She tries to run as the video becomes increasingly distorted. They try to climb out the window, and the video ends.
And then that was him again in the.
That's her dad down the hallway. He's nowhere near her, and she's acting like he's like on top of her head.
And there, yeah, run! Get out the window! Run out! The next one's funnier though. God, get out of here! Get out!
Number 4, Slenderman in real life. In this video, a few pranksters get more than they
Slenderman
bargained for when they are
IRL.
presumably killed by the Slenderman.
I just want to say, watch how good these kids are at acting. I just want to. It probably is an acting. It's
A couple of kids
so
are looking to goof
convincing.
on people by ding-dong ditching them, a mild prank that involves trespassing, ringing on doorbells of strangers, and running away. When one of their friends goes missing, we learn that they rang the wrong doorbell. They try to find him, but it's not until they reach the end of the street do they find him, under the power of the Slenderman. As is typical, the Slenderman and his victim disappear in an instant. They run, and just when they think that they're safe, one of them is grabbed and dragged away screaming by the Slenderman. Number 3, Slenderman kidnaps
Okay, so they don't actually show in the actual video, the acting is pretty terrible. And this next one is like way worse. So in this next one, go ahead.
I was going to say, this is literally the worst countdown compilation I've ever seen, because he never shows, like, takes time to slow down and show you like the things. He just rushes through them. I have not seen Slenderman once in this entire video.
That last one has a pretty okay, when you see the kids under maybe it's because I've sped it up that you're not seeing. Let me hit play again.
Long doorbell. They try to find him, but it's not until they reach the end of the street do they find him, under the power of the Slenderman.
You see him that time?
Under the power,
Jesus Christ, of the Slenderman.
Or
Slenderman.
Daryl, who just put a sheet over his head.
He's
not even tall.
Slenderman and his victim.
Oh yeah, so that's one of the interesting things. So this is now part of the lore that he has. Actually, they'll talk about it. He has the monster form and a human form. The human form is sometimes super tall, but other times it's just a guy in like a latex mask. So basically, the point is, Slenderman is Logic when Logic takes off his glasses.
So I thought he was the white Logic, and Logic was, of course, okay. So his monster form is that he grows taller,
longer. He can have these sort of shadow tentacles as well. That'll be in a later video. That also looks super
shadow
real.
tentacles.
Just wait till you see the shadow tentacles.
Great.
Disappear in an instant.
Great.
They run, and just when they think that they're safe,
here it comes.
one of them is Slenderman kidnaps little girl.
This video, the acting is terrible. Basically, they're going to show the stuff, but in the full video, if you go watch it, the guy, like, the whole time is acting like something crazy has already happened. And then he walks outside to check on this person who is pointing into his house and can't find the person. And he's already yelling his daughter's name like he already knows something terrible's happened to her, and then happens to run the right way to find... Anyway. The
keystone of Slenderman's mythos is that he has a taste of abducting children to serve some unknown
Those are the shadow
horrifying
tentacles.
end. This may be why oftentimes he's cited by young children recording videos in their parents' backyards. In this video, a child is kidnapped right from under her father's care. While recording their time together, the little girl hears a noise and her father sees a stranger pointing through their window. He leaves the girl alone to go confront the stranger outside, but when he returns to the house, she's gone. The father...
Did you see that the partner of Slenderman is some ginger fuck?
The stranger outside, but when he returns to the house, pointing through their window. He leaves the girl alone to go confront the stranger outside, but when he returns to the house, she's gone. The father runs down the street to...
And it says he goes out to confront the stranger, but there's no one there. And then he just starts screaming her name, and he's like, oh my God! Maybe it was Abby or something like that. Abby! Abby! And he's screaming, he comes inside, she's not in the room where he left her, and then he's screaming
find
as
his
he
daughter,
runs
but
down
when he
this...
finds her, she's walking hand in hand with Slenderman into a bank of fog. The little girl's whereabouts are unknown, and she is presumably dead. Number 2, Slenderman in Russia.
All right,
while the Slenderman is typically cited in his human form, Slenderman also has a more disturbing, monstrous form that is less frequently seen. As if a spider or octopus, the Slenderman sometimes outstretches his limbs to unbelievable lengths, or sometimes even sprouts entirely new ones that he may use to carry himself or cross terrain. In this video, we see the Slenderman in this form as he crawls along the side of a large building. This exceptional size might indicate how it is that the Slenderman is able to quickly scale large distances in the blink of an eye.
Get the fuck out of here. He's at some random building climbing. That's what Slenderman is doing. He's climbing.
Look how real it looks, though. That frame rate, though.
Exceptional size might indicate how it is that the Slenderman is able to quickly scale large distances in the blink of an eye.
This is bizarre.
Number 1,
frame rate
Slenderman
match
outside
the
house.
pan.
Sometimes the Slenderman is respectful. While he'll often arrive unannounced to ruin your life, kill your loved ones, and steal your children, he'll occasionally knock first and wait patiently for you to present yourself to him. This is the quickest and easiest way for both of you. In this video, the victim looks outside his window to see the...
What are you saying?
Sometimes the Slenderman's respectful.
Yeah.
The tentacle bearing, building climbing, girl stealing kidnapper is sometimes respectful.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with gingers. I don't know if you guys have seen my hair light up. This is red. Anyway, go ahead.
Slenderman quietly inspecting the architecture of his porch. Of course, as the Slenderman is an extra-dimensional monster, it knows when it's being watched and turns to the viewer. This has invited the Slenderman into your mind and life. Thank you for inviting the Slenderman into your mind and life. And there, you have 5 Slenderman caught on...
You know, the number 1 spot you would think would be a little bit better than just some dude hanging out outside on the porch. Also, look at these...
He does... is that Woodying Woody over there?
Woodying Jesse, and then some girls flashing their bras. Which, like, listen, I feel like that's.
I want to know more.
They must be Mormons, though. Flashing your bras isn't edgy. Just saying.
I feel like in a lot of these videos that these monsters and spirits and ghosts do very boring shit. Like, if I was a ghost, I would be at like some strip club in Vegas, like funneling dollar bills out of some rich guy's hand and mysteriously putting them into the thong of the dancers on stage. These guys are going and standing outside of porches, just looking up at the stars and climbing buildings in the middle of random towns.
I mean, he's probably sneaking into someone's apartment for Monsters Inc. or some shit. Oh, Jesus. All right.
Humanity.
Whether
not
it's
all of
vicious
these are
animals, human
paranormal.
psychopaths.
But I actually wanted to bring this up because I don't know what is scarier, the videos or this guy's narration voice.
Oh, his voice for sure. Hands down, his voice.
You know
it
who
creeps
this is?
me the fuck. I think I do know the voice that you're talking about. It sounds sort of like this every other sentence. He just keeps going up and down.
I don't want to sound racist, but it seriously sounds like a Canadian and a Mexican accent mixed together. It's both.
That is pretty racist.
Or the paranormal realm, none of these encounters would have become famous without the assistance of YouTube.
There's an arc.
Number 12. Downright dives is a...
Before we go, should we... All right, this one's not paranormal. This is just they're diving in a dumpster and then there's a hobo in it. Here's one that's supposedly a ghost. At the end of this, do you want to listen to his... He has a mixtape.
Stop it. Yes, of course.
Okay, good.
I have to listen to that. I think it would be really interesting.
At his old apartment.
Yo, my name is John, and I'm here to say
he's got like hundreds of thousands of doesn't he have like 1 million subs?
Yeah, he gets the views, man. And he always says at the end, if you enjoyed 2.6 million, if you enjoyed my look, you can even see right here my mixtape. We'll go there. Hang on.
It makes me sad that he has 2.6 and just how can he's on Instagram. That's the funny thing. Check me out on my Instagram. Like,
if you want to see what I look like in real life, check out my Instagram. That's what he says.
His name of fan is Chills, so it is appropriate.
Here's this ghost encounter. Let's get straight to the meat and bones.
They better not fuck with the ranch dressing.
Leave that ranch out of it. Hello?
He studies the chair for a bit and decides to challenge the spirit's power.
The spirit's power.
Okay, after this,
let's break this down.
He quickly ran upstairs
wait.
uploaded the video to YouTube.
I want you to hear the thing the guy says in a
We
second.
could not see the entire chair from this angle. So
yeah, exactly. He just debunked it himself. He just goes, granted, we could not see the entire chair from this angle.
So,
you cracked this case wide open.
Let's break this down, okay? How many of us think that we have people that follow us on social media or anything that care enough to see us when we sit down to eat dinner? So number one, why are you filming in your kitchen while you're eating?
Oh,
That's suspect.
This guy claims his house is haunted and was purposefully trying to catch it.
Okay, number two, if your house is haunted and you're a sane person, you get the fuck out. You don't sit there and play musical chairs with ghosts. You run. Like if that chair had come at me like that, I'd be out of there. I would not shove the chair challengingly back at the ghost.
I'd be looking for the mice or something that did it, or the guy
Mice do
laying
not
on
move
the
chairs.
ground. Homie,
Jimmy?
move all kinds of stuff. This one's not like, I'm gonna skip this one. This one is just this girl saying she can see a bad man in the closet, and the closet's over here.
Oh, that's creepy as fuck.
But she never sees it. And so this guy basically concludes, like, clearly her mom also sensed something. Let's see if we got there already.
if you think Emma was seeing something that her parents could not on that night. Video with the title of 2-year-old girl sees ghost again. Overall, more information is needed before I make a fun.
This one's not. This one isn't. This one's not ghost, but this YouTuber was fucking out on a trail and a mountain lion just starts following him.
And he stands there.
Because what do you do when you're that far from your car? You basically just try and
run.
look big and intimidate it. Oh no, you run. This thing chases. Have you ever seen a cat? What happens if you put a toy in front of it, he'll stare at it. You throw the toy, he goes for it.
You say that now, but if you're in that situation, your first instinct is going to be to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, you should not trust your first instincts. If a predator cat is following you, make yourself big and be fucking loud. You spread your arms out, pick up sticks if you need to, and be
Don't
loud.
follow his advice, people. Run and live to run another day.
You run, you're going to die. This guy's like miles from his car.
Fake news. We cannot have this on this channel, Jimmy. I don't know what you do over there on yours, but we do not lie to our viewers. We don't do that.
Kyle's
Run.
going to get you killed.
Run.
All right. Oh, this
Or
one's
play
good.
a Kanye West song and it'll do the trick.
Why are you drinking sparkling water? You used to like sparkling water. That's his new song.
Ha!
Paranormal activity throughout their home. Sometimes it's something simple like a potted plant wobbling on its own, and sometimes it's much more malevolent.
This voice.
Beetlejuice.
Bang. Now listen to the explanation. Now, by the way,
Skelly 11
I'll
plant
grant you
wobbling on
that
its
last
own.
bit of silverware, however they faked it, pretty impressive because there wasn't an explosive. My guess is they had one piece of silverware held by a string underneath sideways compared to the rest of the silverware so that when they jerked it up, it lifted more. But it's pretty impressive. It could also just be something spring-loaded in there. Like, that's impressive.
Mega Skelly 11 claims that this is a
Play
poltergeist,
it in reverse
and
and
after
see what it is. You're dropping it from the ceiling and just reversing
Oh, you
it.
think it's something that stays in there? Or you think it's something that shot out with it too?
No, they have it loaded up, and then they film it dropping from the ceiling. And what they do is they go back and reverse the tape, and it looks like it's flying up.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess I'd have no way to know if that whole video was backward or forward, though the audio doesn't play backwards. When you play audio back of even just regular stuff, it sounds weird.
Reviewing this video, I have to agree.
He
There's just too much
agrees.
going on at once.
It's
to
a
easily fake
poltergeist.
this, in my opinion, and
There's
I see
just
no
so
indication that
much.
this is a setup. Let me know if you believe this is real, or if you have
Screen,
a better
screen.
explanation.
I just love that, like, it doesn't seem fake to me because it doesn't indicate that it's fake. No shit, Sherlock. That's
2.6
somebody
million.
getting robbed. I know there's at least one more paranormal thing. That brown thing in the distance is supposed to be a monster, but you can't, don't look like a monster.
It's a cow.
The out of focus object looks like it could be a creature on all fours, but I'm just
No, it
not
doesn't.
Sure.
It looks like it could be a
moving.
cow.
It really seems.
It looks like a pile. Look at all these other piles of dirt. I think it's a pile of dirt with a little tarp over it. Those white plastic tarps. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, but who looks at this and goes, "Oh my goodness, that could be a mythical creature on all fours"?
All right, check this one out. This one's good.
That's right. New roof.
Look in the window.
Shingles were delivered today.
It's the one all the way to the
Roof was
left.
torn off yesterday. New roof will be put on tomorrow. 6,000.
A giant, oversized face is staring directly at Carter. Through his own window on the left-hand side, you can see its eyes, mouth, and nose have been shaded perfectly to form
No,
a
you
ghoulish
can't.
expression. I've watched this video many times, and I still can't tell if this is truly the face of a ghastly creature or just a
You're a
reflection
fucking idiot
of
then.
trees outside. If it is a reflection of a tree, then I find it weird how the leaves or branches
It's
don't seem to be
clearly a
moving at
tree.
all. It really does
I find
look
it
like
weird that a giant ghost would just be smashing his face in a window. Like, where does his body go? Is it in the first floor?
He says it's weird that if it's a tree that the branches aren't moving. You know those things don't move unless they are moved upon, right? Trees are pretty stationary things, and sometimes you just have days without wind. But Jimmy, the earth is spinning at what is it, 6,000 miles an hour at the equator? No, it's got to be more than that.
The Earth obviously does not spin. Oh my God, it's flat and stationary. We're the center of the universe. What the fuck is going on with you?
You know, according to relativity, we can be the center of the universe.
Actually, if you're going to be technical, you're always the center of your own universe.
You can map the entire universe relative to any point. And so I map the entire universe relative to the tip of my penis.
And I believe that people are separated from Kevin Bacon by only 6 degrees.
It's something like it's only 3 now or something crazy because of social media.
I think it's something to do with. I think you're 8 degrees away from Ken Ham.
I think Ken Ham is a few degrees away from Ken Ham. This was some weird monster in like these tunnels that.
Isn't Papa Jake? Jake and
No, he is on Twitter, but. It is on.
At this point, they all stopped recording.
All right, check out these.
Okay, what are they in? What are they in right now?
Underground tunnel, like sewer thing.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
Assholes, don't go in underground tunnels.
There's just some naked dude living down there. Deal with it.
Rods that the spirits can use to respond to questions.
Can you please point the rod
this
to
one's
the most haunted
rich.
doll that's inside his mind? There it goes again.
Then the spirits in the cave apparently decide to skip the rods and make their presence known in a much more physical way.
What the was that?
The smooth cave walls probably have little traction, so the doll could have just fallen over on its own.
He cracked it again!
Maybe it was really pushed over by an unseen spirit. Clearly the doll somehow moved. So those are the only 2 explanations I have. Let me know which one you think it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks.
I hate humanity.
Thanks for joining. I think we're going to have to end on... Well, we have to give...
Lighten up your intense game night with Ritz Crispin Thins.
I got an idea.
We're going to have to give commentary to justify this, so...
Let's do 10 minutes of... my side asking you questions and your side asking me questions again. That was fun.
After the mixtape, sure. Now I've got a pretty low audience this time, probably because everybody else has a social life. But anybody who has questions for Kyle or myself, just throw them in super chat, or not super chat, live chat, and we'll end the show out that way.
Same here.
Yeah, send the questions. Team. But now let's listen to Chills and this sweet. Oh, wait, there's a music video for it now. Oh, hell yeah. I came from nothing, and how did I get here?
Ain't it funny, you with him, you say you love me. I've been trying to get away for some time. Part ways with the life I chose. Take back what's mine, but it's all good. Ain't it
What do you think so far?
That this is the scariest goddamn thing I've seen all night.
Yeah. Aren't you glad that he took his voice and put it in music? Ain't it funny? You know what we need? More.
Funny, you with him, you say you love me. Thoughts stay here in my mind. Then you just act like it's all fine. Mixed signs, sick of trying, but it's all good. Ain't it fun?
That's what he looks like.
Oh my God.
Why aren't you?
What?
I'm into it. The only question we've gotten so far is, Mr. Atheist, can you use ad blocker on stream? LOL. I sign in so I won't have ads. The browser doesn't save it anytime I have to then refresh before channel. Anyway, they're saying don't stop.
There's a question for you. How do you poop?
Like do I use a squatty potty?
I hope you don't really attempt to answer this question because I feel like it will have an effect on our relationship.
I do like to play music when I poop. Sometimes it's a lengthy ordeal, so I have Bluetooth speakers in my bathrooms. And
I got the perfect song for you.
Ain't it funny? It really helps the shit just flow out. Oh, that's gonna be fun. The questions are starting to come in. So I don't have a squatty potty. Every now and then, though, if I get some indigestion, I have a photography studio in my house. and I will take an Apple box. Do you know what an Apple box is? They're on
a box that you get your computer in, obviously.
No, but they're just these wooden boxes that you stand people on, using to make them look taller and stuff. I will sometimes use an Apple box like a squatty potty.
But you didn't say your power went out, so why do you use a box to poop in? Why don't you just poop on the
Yeah, that's anyway, it helps weigh down the box.
You Mormons are weird.
I have heavy shits.
You Mormons are weird.
I'm sorry, what? You said more?
Funny, you with them, you say you love me. You're my saving grace, all in the worst ways. Let's just get away, leave a good home ablaze, ending our lives, but it's all good.
I agree with that sentiment that he just did right there. I totally agree with that.
I was too busy dancing.
He just did this, and I totally agree with that.
Look at this.
I didn't expect. He doesn't look like the voice that you hear.
Yeah, he has a quintessential white guy pose in this one too.
I will say this though, his rap or whatever he's doing voice is a lot more tolerable than his narration voice. So maybe he should just sing his videos from now on.
I don't hear a difference. Ain't it funny? It's a little faster. Maybe that's why you like it. In fact, let's see if he's tolerable. Oh shit, let's go back. Let's see if his voice is more tolerable at double speed.
This is Dr. Walter Zulauf.
Steve!
Dr.
Did he
Zulauf.
solve Carmichael's totient conjecture?
Okay. Wait, this is still the music video. I want to go back to... Oh, I want to go back to the... Can I...
Hit the back button.
I'm trying. There's no, like, regular back button, so let's try...
There is right there beside the play button.
Keyboard. Yeah, but that's only... we moved over to this playlist was the problem.
Oh, well, isn't that all of his videos over there on the right? Chill's videos?
Yeah, okay, so we'll just do...
All of these YouTubers were brave enough to enter the forest, but after these encounters, none of them were able to stay for much longer. Number 11, a YouTuber named Bloodzack12 is investigating a forest that's supposedly haunted.
That's much better.
Yeah, double speed makes him almost tolerable.
Can we do it at half the speed in the reverse, the slow?
Yeah, let's see. You want half speed?
I don't know if it sounds like this.
For a long time until they come across some weird discarded opera.
That's definitely a room in hell. That's definitely a room in hell.
On top.
Let's try quarter speed. Just stop.
Oh, that's better. That's actually the best one right there. Leave it just like that. That's perfect.
That's it. That's so good. All right, what was that called? Chills, ain't it funny? Ain't it funny?
I feel like we've done that. That's good. Like we've hit ain't it funny, and it's there's not much more we can. Please, for the love of God, don't play this.
Look at the effects. These effects are so good. Let's try this at double speed.
Ways with the life I chose, take back what's mine, but it's all good. Ain't it funny? You and then you say you love me. Thoughts stay here in my mind. Then you just act like it's all fine. Make signs, you're trying, but it's all good. Have a clear shot and a sorrow. Lucky thing I had the...
It's almost better.
The only good thing about double speed, yes, because it's over twice as fast.
Yeah. Ain't it funny doing it? All right. Questions for Kyle. On a scale of 1 to David Duke, how racist does Kyle think you are?
Strom Thurmond.
Okay. Go ahead.
Definitely Strom Thurmond.
Your turn.
All right, let me see. Questions for Jimmy. I don't have any. I just have comments. You're trying to kill them. Why is Jimmy trying to kill us? Use the
general misanthropy. Let's
do this.
Misanthropy.
Guys, send me a question. Send me questions, and let's see.
Also, everybody hit thumbs up. Help these videos out. If you would please hit that thumbs up button, I would really appreciate it.
I am worried for my safety too, Riley S. Thank you for your concern.
0132132 is over on your channel. Just another betrayer.
We had him first, actually. So be thankful that he graced you for whatever period of time that he did. And Zero, we will not talk about this. Okay, this does not get brought up again.
Throw in some more questions there. Darchie B wants to know at NonSec Show, what is your phone number?
336-848-8020.
Whose number did you just give?
That is actually my number, and the reason that I did that is for a very simple reason. G-Man doxed me about a month ago, and I wasn't pissed off that he doxed me. I was pissed off that I only got one phone call out of that.
only one person trying to call? That's shitty.
No, that's that used to be my number.
Oh, okay. Any questions?
I don't know whose it is now. I hope that it's somebody entertaining and fun.
Ian Bond wants to know how we have any brain cells left. Sheer force of will. Shouldn't.
I don't. I wake up in the morning and I have to read this this guy brings a briefcase looking thing and pulls out this envelope and reads from a piece of paper about who I am and what I'm doing here, and I just go from there until they tuck me in at night. And that's really how it goes. I don't know much of anything outside of the craziness that we deal with on a daily basis.
Nightmare Fuel says he's sending you dick pics.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Nightmare Fuel, by the way. I didn't know you watched this nonsense. Good to see you.
Well, see, Nightmare Fuel, it's I don't want you to think that I'm just soliciting dick pics. A month ago, I drank some of the jelly juice, and it's purported that it can cure homosexuality. So these dick pics are used as a way to scientifically verify the claim, and as long as I react to them, then we know the jelly juice isn't working. And so I'm waiting for the one that I don't react to. So far, it hasn't happened.
Coral Crumb asks, and via Super Chat, is Kyle a Mormon now? So Kyle, are you a Mormon now?
I would go Mormon for the underwear, definitely. Just to go ahead.
Remember that Mormon now means an atheist who combines Sprite and sherbet. The Mormons have gotten rid of the traditionally Mormons don't want to be called that anymore.
Well, it depends on what kind of sherbet, I guess.
I like orange and Sprite. Raspberry's pretty good too. Raspberry's really good in ginger ale also.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one for you. Hold on, just say it. What is your favorite cartoon character?
Roger in American Dad. For
Jesus.
Sure. For sure. And then Francesco wants to know what your favorite movie is.
My favorite movie. Ooh, that's a tough one. Do you have one off the top of your head? Well, I think because I have so many.
Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. That's my favorite. I love that fucking movie so much.
If I had to choose, I'll say my favorite horror movie because I can do that one easy. Saw would be my favorite horror movie just because of the first one was, I think, genius in the way that it ended. Like it was one of those movies that horror movies follow the same arc. They usually it's the same story just with different characters. There's not a lot that you can, kind of change into it. But they kind of did something different with not only the character but how they ended it. I thought was brilliant. My favorite movie, I think, like of all time, I would have to say would be. Oh man, this is a difficult question. Probably the Green Mile. I would think.
All right. Pragmatic Havoc wants to know if we've ever met in person, and I have to ask, do glory holes count?
Yes.
Then yes.
Why? I have a question. This makes sense now because this explains our rapport together. But I remember that episode you're talking about, I think. And why did we have to go through a glory hole when we obviously know each other, and that's the entire point of a glory hole is not to know the other person?
Because Kyle can't fit in the glory hole, and that's why we all like Kyle. I stole that from Family Guy.
Oh, I definitely can fit in the glory hole. Trust me. I can't even lie about that.
Francesca wants to know how you... Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm just monopolizing.
Can you convince Kyle to give anime a try? No.
I'm... okay, so I have watched a few anime series myself. I think a couple of them are even good, but so I have worked with tons of cosplayers and people who are crazy into it, and I don't have their level of enthusiasm. But a lot of people like anime. They like and it's fine. I've dated some people who are way into it and saw some like the things they do in hentai is crazy.
How'd those relationships end?
Oh, just the same way all of mine do. They just fizzle out. Not much of a relationship person.
That's why the anime.
Oh yeah, no, it was
anime is of the devil, and I will not partake of anything with the devil.
Now I do know a lot of people who use anime as a crutch to never grow the fuck up. As long as you keep growing up and developing your intellectual faculties, enjoy your anime all day long. But if you are literally living in wonderlands where you are these anime characters, it's time to do some auditing. It's time to do some work on yourself.
Panic Room was good. Okay, it's your turn.
Francesca wants to know how you stay sane.
I don't.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a weird question.
Sane is I forgot what the last time I was sane was the night before I asked Steve if he would be interested in doing a podcast last year. I don't even remember what that time was like. I forget what it's like to wake up in the morning and have a genuine fear of opening my inbox for the people and suggestions that I'm going to get. Like I have to take several Valium and Xanax before I even open my inbox today. So, what's the worst movie, Mr. Atheist?
Worst movie I've ever seen. It's probably got to be a porno, right? That one with the lemon stealing horrors.
I've always had happy endings with every porn I've seen.
Yeah. Worst movie. So what's funny is, and this is where people will turn on me, I'm pretty easy to entertain when it comes to movies. I really liked Batman vs. Superman. I liked Suicide Squad. Those are both movies everybody seems to hate, but it's not hard to hold my attention and keep me entertained. There's a lot of movies that don't, and I get bored. And usually if I get bored in a movie, I just don't watch the rest of it. So I couldn't even tell you. But sometimes that's like, do you remember that animated Beowulf? I don't remember if I left it because I was bored or if I think I was 16 when it came out. So we might have left the theater to go make out instead. I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, sometimes movies just boring. I don't know.
That's true.
I love The Room. So it's the greatest movie ever. Greatest worst movie ever, maybe?
I would have to say mine would be probably... Oh, I lied. Let me go back to my favorite movie. My favorite movie just popped in my head.
What is it?
My favorite movie of all time is The Sandlot.
Oh yeah, good movie, good one.
That's, the worst movie of I would have to say would be Iron Man. I hated it.
Oh, I liked the first one a lot. Loved it.
Hated it. And I love Robert Downey Jr. I think he's amazing, but I just thought it was so boring.
I didn't hate the second one. The third one I also technically didn't hate, but my response to it was like, you know what would have been great to see in Iron Man 3? Iron Man. Instead, it was just Tony Stark bitches for 2 hours.
I do like AC/DC. One from you, I think.
And I think this is to me, but we can both answer. What do you think of Alabama Amendment 1, the 10 Commandments Amendment? I don't think you should be putting up religious imagery in public squares. If there's area where like it's holiday related stuff and people want to do shit like that, I kind of don't care about that. However, it has to be fully accessible to, so it has to be a situation where if you got to put up a Christmas tree, the Satanists get to put up whatever they want. Muslims get to put up whatever they like. It has to be, but not $1 of public funds should ever be spent on it, in my opinion.
I think that they should follow suit with what Oklahoma did. The Satanists in Oklahoma got together and put together a statue of Baphomet with kids and propped it right up beside. So as long as you're going to do the religious angle, then do the religious angle. Hindus can come up with their own statue. The spaghetti monster people can come up with their granite colander full of spaghetti and put it up there. Throw all kind of religious bullshit statues up there. Do it. And what will happen is you'll have all of these statues. They'll see what a dumb move it was and repeal it. And that's that.
Yep. To the person asking about, I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. The Kyle's channel is the NonSequitur show, and you don't want to subscribe. He'll tell you that.
You don't, trust me. Listen, if you're over there and you haven't heard of our channel, you have been there. Maybe there is a God because you have not subjected yourself to what goes on, and don't just in that make believe world of puffy clouds and rainbows on Jimmy's side.
All right, throw the question. Throw it out.
I think that's I think that's it.
Francesco wants to know what your favorite day of the week is.
Tomorrow.
I think everybody's just bored with me now. They're all excited that Nightmare Fuel's on in the live chat.
You got pirated.
Yeah, you stole my show there, man.
I Nightmare Fuel that we have a history and a rapport.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's over there. I mean, this sheds new light on how we will go with NFs from here on out.
Yeah. And obviously, Nightmare Fuel's invited.
That means I'm gonna convert to be a Muslim.
Yeah.
And you did it.
Everybody's
live
down.
with that.
At Mr. Atheist, invite Nightmare Fuel. Okay.
Invite him.
It's done. It's finished. You are hereby invited. I think that's. Did I miss anybody's questions? I think we're done. Cool.
I think we're done here.
Well, thank you all so much for joining.
Assalamu alaikum.
It's funny you bring that up. Tomorrow's episode of Dear Mr. Atheist will be focused on Islam. So it's my first one going after Islam, and it was good knowing everybody. I'll probably be dead tomorrow.
Well, quite frankly, I think that you should challenge me since I'm your friend and I'm a newly jihadist, that I should be the one that you go after. I mean, if you're gonna take on anyone, it should be your friends, right? Look me in the face when you try to take me down, Jimmy.
I assume you're the guy behind the Ask a Muslim videos, right?
I am the guy that rode the horse that cleaved the moon in half.
I'm the one that cleaved the moon in twain. This could be
I'm
like
gonna say that like Walter White did in Breaking Bad. I'm the one that cleaved the moon in half.
I like it as like a metal song. It's like no, I cleaved the moon in twain. Rode it on the winged horse.
You can't hate him for that. Like, if you're going to try to outdo the God of the Bible, like saying that you flew from the earth on a winged horse and you cut the fucking moon in half, like, that's badass. You know what I mean? Like, that's and here God is over on earth drowning things in water, but yours can ride a horse and cut planets in half. I'm going to go with that one.
Nightmare Fuel said you're dead to him. I don't know what's going on with you guys. Nightmare, it was cool to see you. It's okay that you stole my thunder. Everybody else, Owen, thank you, and Darchi and Nikki, thank you all for your wonderful moderation. I see you, Coral. Hello there too. To everybody over, and SO Lycan, I think, was here last I checked. Yep, SO Lycan and Wooly and Dr. Z. What I'm saying is, if you're over on my channel in the live chat right now, thank you for joining. You get all of the shout outs. And here's the thing, Kyle can try and shout out right now, but I control the stream and I'll just end it.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even try to shout everybody out because there's just too many to name.
Oh, okay. There's just so many. Thank you all for watching. Kyle, go ahead and give your 2-minute advice, or it was 60 seconds on the best way to make scrambled eggs. I'm positive you'll get it wrong, but I will correct the record this Saturday. Go ahead. Scrambled eggs, that's the word we'll go out on.
Scrambled eggs are a delicacy, and they must be handled in that way also. You must make sure that your eggs are at room temperature. Crack them. Don't leave any shells in the bowl. With using a little bit of butter and heavy cream, you just wisp and wisp, using the same wrist that you use for, happy time. Once they're fluffy, you just actually that's all I have to do because that's scrambling them. You didn't say anything about cooking them.
This Saturday I'll teach you how to actually make good scrambled eggs. Good night, everybody.
Wait, where did that